Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. We got game two of this three-game series between the Blue Jays and Rangers. And leading off for the Blue Jays playing second base is Alomar. Batting second playing shorts Fernandez. Batting third playing first Alderud. Batting fourth playing third is Guerrera. Batting fifth playing right field is Barfield. Batting sixth playing center field is Wells. Batting seventh playing left field is Stewart. Batting eighth on the catching is Witt, and on the mound, bat ninth is David Wells. And for the hometown Texas Rangers, leading off playing center field is Rivers, batting second, playing second. Frank Cone batting third, playing short Young. Batting fourth, playing right field is Gonzalez. Batting fifth, playing first base is Textera. Batting sixth, doing the catching is Rodriguez. Batting seventh, playing third base is Bell. Batting eighth, playing left field is Greer. And on the mound, batting ninth is Darvish. Let's get down here to Texas, get this game going. And you can see Toronto's schedule. They got one more game here in Texas. Then they travel out to Kansas City to take on the Royals for 3 games. Then they head back home to Toronto to take on the White Sox. And leading off for the Blue Jays is Alomar, batting 321. Off to a good start with no homers and 2 RBIs. This is Darvish's second game. He's no record with a 3 ERA. Here's the pitch to Alomar, and that's going to be a base on balls. Not how you want to start this game. Jay's got the leadoff batter aboard here. And now you got Tony batting, and Tony's batting 321 with no homers and 4 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Fernandez, and that's not what he wanted. That's a ground ball down the second. Frank Cone's up with it over to Young, over to Mark, and that's a 4-6-3 double play. Just what the doctor ordered. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Odelrude. And John batting 364 with no homers and 2 RBI. And of course, after the double play, he hits a double in the right field. And how important was that? Kept the run off the board. And now you got Guerrero up with a man in scoring position and 2 outs. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is batting 308. He's got 1 homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a deep fly ball out to Gonzalez. He's got room, makes the catch short of the track. And the Jays strand 1. Top of the first, Blue Jays nothing. And the Rangers coming to bat. They got Rivers, Francone, and Young due up. Mickey batting 371, off to a great start with 2 homers and 7 RBIs. And this is the Boomer David Wells' second appearance. He's 0-1 with a lofty 23.62 ERA. He gave up 7 runs in 2 2/3 innings his first time out. Here's the pitch to Mick. That's going to be a fly ball out to Vernon for out number 1. He hits it to his counterpart, and there's 1 down. As Aaron Reed joins us here. Check out his great channel, folks. And Frank Cone's up. He batting 214 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Vladimir at third. He fires across to John, and that quickly 2 outs. And Michael Young comes to the plate. And Young's batting 143. Does have a homer and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. That's a fly ball out to Jesse, and he's got it. We get to the top of the second, no score. And speaking of Jesse, Barfield's going to lead it off, followed by Wells and Stewart. And Jesse's batting 280. He's got a homer and 6 RBIs. And that's a base on balls. And again, the leadoff batter gets aboard here for the Blue Jays. They couldn't cash in the first. Vernon Wells is up. He's batting 351, folks, with 3 homers and 12 RBIs. And that's a ground ball down the third. Can they do it again? Bell's one of the best third basemen in the business. Can they turn 2 here? On a 36. And a runner down at first. And that's going to be the old 5-4-3 double play. Another double play. Darvish, he has a good doctor. He's ordering up these double plays for him. So now there's 2 down and nobody on. And Shannon's up. Stewart batting .208 with the 0 homers and 2 RBIs. And again, that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. So after the double play, the last time was a double. This is a homer. And again, the double play, big. It could have been 2-0 instead of 2-1 right now. Ernie Witt's up with nobody on. And Ernie's batting .391, folks. He's got 3 homers and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out right field and left field. Rusty's calling for it and makes the catch. That'll end the inning, but the homer by Shannon Stewart makes this a 1-0 ball game. And you got Gonzalez, old Tex, and Rodriguez due up. Gonzalez batting .312 with a homer and 1 RBI, and the Rangers are trailing by 1. And not any longer, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Juan Gonzalez with his 2nd homer of the year makes this a 1-1 ball game. The Boomer didn't keep the lead very long, did it? That brings up Mr. Tex. And Mark Texter batting .286. He's got 2 homers and 5 RBIs, Tex does. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Alomar. So the Boomer bounces back, gets an out after the leadoff homer. There's 1 down. And Pudge Rodriguez is up. And Rodriguez is batting .273. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. No, it's not. He's got the ZZ. Boomer's got good control, so it's just 2 balls on him. Here's the 2-0 count. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Guerrero. He's up with it, fires across the diamond to Olerud, and we got 2 down now. And Mr. Buddy Bell is up, and Buddy's batting .364, 1 homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Tony at short. And that'll end the inning, but the leadoff homer by Gonzalez ties this game up 1 apiece as we go to the top of the 3rd, and we got the bottom part of the order due up with the Boomer, David Wells, followed by Alomar, and then Fernandez. And David's looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 1 on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes David out with that K. Now you got Alomar up. And Alomar walked his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And I just bragged Buddy Bell up. And that's going to be an E5. He boots that one, folks. And that'll be 1 on again, and only 1 out. Alomar gets on base for the 2nd time. And Tony Fernandez comes to the plate. He grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. Darvish would like to see that again. And that's going to be hit down the 2nd. Can they do it? That is the question. That'll be fielding column 2. And they'll get the runner out at 2nd. That'll be a 4-6 put out, but Tony beats the throw this time. Now there's 2 outs. Runner at first for John. John doubled his first time up after that double play. And that's going to be a catcher, a 54 and a 9. That's barely column number 1. Runner picked off first. They picked Tony off at first in a 1-1 tie, folks. And that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third in a 1-1 game. Rusty's due up, followed by Darvish and Rivers. Rusty Greer's batting .286. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to John. He'll take it himself. And there's 1 down. And Yu Darvish is up now, looking for his first hit of the year. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Fernandez. And that'll be a can of corn over to first. 2 quick outs. We're back to Mickey Rivers now. And Mickey flew out. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a... Somebody a 10? Gotta be kidding me. Yes, he is. So that'll make him an 11. I didn't know old Boomer was only a 10. Makes him a little 12 on 8. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Mickey goes the other way with it. And he's aboard here with 2 outs. Let's see if Mickey's going to stay put. I think Mickey might take off here. 20. That'll be a 26. He's going to take off here. 26. That'll be a 56 if I remember right. Nope, a 52. 52 or lower. He's safe. And they throw him out. Ernie Witt throws out Rivers. That'll end the inning, folks. And we go to the top of the 4th in a 1-1 game. You got Olderud up. He was up when Fernandez got picked off first. That's Clinton Parks joins us, followed by Guerrero and Barfield. John doubled his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Young. He fires it over to first. And Mark's got it for out number 1. And now you got Guerrero up. He's 0 for 1, flew out to right. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Francone. And that'll be out number 2. 2 ground balls, 2 outs here in the 4th. And Jesse Barfield's up. And Jesse walked his first time up. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Darvish strikes him out. That ends the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The 2, 3, 4 hitters are due up here. Francone, Young, and Gonzalez. And Julio down by the bay is 0 for 1, grounded out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out for out number 1. That's David's first strikeout of the game. And it brings up Young. Young flew out to right his first time up, 0 for 1. That's going to be a single in the left field. And Michael Young's got a 1-out single. He's down at first. And Gonzalez, he hit a homer his last time up. Now he's got a runner down at first. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. And this is his day, it looks like. That ball is high. That ball is way, way back there. And both wells, David and Vernon, watches that one go out in deep center field. Gonzalez powers it out of there. And the Rangers take a 3-1 lead. Texas up now as Ken joins us. Yeah, that's the same thing here, Ken. Exactly. Been doing the same. I did take a break and watch Legends with his playoff game. Check that out, folks. Yeah, I've been doing the same. I'll be doing that all week. I'm off this week. And now all Texas up with nobody on, with the Rangers leading this game 3-1. Old Gonzalez. He's doing it all today, folks. It's Juan Gonzalez 3, Blue Jays 1. Mark is 0 for 1 today, grounded out. And that's going to be another ground ball. This one down the short. And there's 2 down now. And up to the plate steps Rodriguez. And Ivan Rodriguez 0 for 1. And that's going to be another ground ball. This one again down the short. That'll end the inning. But the 2-run homer by Gonzalez gives the Rangers a 3-1 lead as we go to the top of the 5th. And we got Vernon Wells due up, followed by Stewart Witt. And Vernon's 0 for 1. He grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. And that's going to be against the righty 17. And that's going to be an infield hit. So Vernon gets aboard here. Another leadoff hit. Darvish has been able to pitch around it on the double plays have definitely helped. And Shannon Stewart's up, and he homered his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. And that'll be out number 1. And now you got Ernie Witt up. A ground ball by Ernie. You could get a double play out of it. He's 0 for 1. He flew out the left his first time up. And that's just what the doctor ordered you, Darvish. He's got this ground ball double play down to a science here today. That's hit down the second, over to Young, over to Tex, and a 4-6-3 double play gets him out of the inning. And it's still 3-1 Texas. Now you got Bell, Rusty, and Darvish, the bottom third of the order, due up here for the Rangers. And Buddy's 0 for 1 today. And he's going to be 0 for 2. That's a ground ball down to his counterpart at third. And Guerrero fires over to John, and there's 1 down. And Rusty steps to the plate. And Rusty's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be against the 10. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Nice play by Vernon out there. Makes the catch. And there's 2 down. And can you, Darvish, get something going here? Do it himself. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's a swing and a miss. That's only David's second strikeout of the ball game, folks. To the top of the 6th we go with the bottom part of the order due up. David's up. And then we go back to the top with Alomar and Fernandez. And the Boomer's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. Not this time, folks. And we don't need no stinking DH. That's a base hit in the right field. Just like that. Again, the leadoff batter's aboard. And Darvish looking for that ground ball double play. Alomar's 0 for 1. He's been on base both times he's walked and reached on an error his last time up. And not this time. That's going to be against the righty. That's going to be 11. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And of course, the Boomer, known for his great speed, is going to stop at second. So the first 2 batters are aboard here for Darvish. He's got a 2-run lead, so the time runs down at first. Go ahead, run at the plate. And Tony Fernandez, he's 0 for 2. He's grounded out in a 4-6-3 double play and into a fielder's choice as Corey joins us here. Here's the pitch to Fernandez, and that's going to be a ground ball down the second, 43 and a 7. And that's going to be barely column 2. That's infield fly rules in effect. Actually, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Old Darvish has got that K, so he strikes out Tony. There's 1 down. And John Olderud's up. If they can get a ground ball out of John, they can double him up. Speaking of doubles, he doubled in this game. He's 1 for 2. And that's going to be 11. That's going to be a single in left field. And again, Let's see here. That's hit pretty darn good. He might be able to score. I know David's a slug out there, but he might score on this one. Rusty's got a good arm. Not great. A 31. And Alomar will stop it second. So a 31. A 61 or lower. David scores and makes this a one-run game. And he's in there safely. So that's a single in the left. The runner scores. And now we still got first and second. And one down. And now the tying runs at second. And the go-ahead runs down at first. And Guerrero's 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be another ball down the second. And that's going to be popped up. Nope, that's another swing and a miss. He strikes out Guerrero. Now there's 2 down. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Can he strike the side out? Get out of this with only 1 run scoring. Jesse Barfield's 0 for 1. He has walked and has struck out. Yet to put the ball in play. And not anymore. He gets a hold of this one, folks. And that ball is launched into left field. And that'll definitely score Alomar. I don't think John's going to score on this. He doesn't have much speed. They're going to send him anyway. See if he can score. Make this a 4-3 and take the lead. What is it going to be? It's going to be a 51 or lower. And he's in there. Nice job by John. That's a 2 RBI double. And the Blue Jays take a 4-3 lead here in the 6th. Now you got a runner down at second. Vernon Wells is up. Trying to add to this lead now. And Vernon's 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Darvish strikes the side out to end the inning, but he gives up 3 runs in the process. And we go to the bottom of the 6th in a 4-3 game. It was all or nothing that inning. Either strike them out or they got a hit, huh? Now you got the top of the order due up here against the Boomer. Rivers, Francone, and Young. Mickey's 1 for 2. Got caught stealing last time up. And that's going to be a single in the left field. So Mick's aboard here again. And Francone's up. And they're going to do a little hit and run this time instead of a straight out steal. That's going to be a 35. A hit and run strike. Runner still second. So Mickey still second down there. And there's a strike on John. So now you got the 0-1 pitch coming. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out trying to tie this game up. And that's going to be a 14. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. And the runner's going to get down the third. He fires over to first. And now Mickey is 90 feet away from tying this ball game up. They're going to bring the infield in. Try to keep the lead here with Michael Young. Young is 1 for 2 singled and came around the scores last time up as we dropped the dice. And where did it go? All righty. Infield in. And a 4-3 game. And here's the pitch to Michael Young. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 10. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Is it deep enough to score Mick is the question. 32, and that'll be fielding column 1. Re-roll a dice. A 5. And that's probably going to be deep enough. Jesse's got a damn bazooka out there, a 39 arm, but that was pretty darn deep. So that'll be a 56. So only a 66 will get him. No, sorry about that. A 60, 65 or a 66. And he's in there. That's a sacrifice fly by Young. Ties this ball game up. And it's 4 apiece. Now there's 2 down and nobody in. And up comes Mr. Gonzalez, folks. And he's having a game here. He is 2 for 2. 2 homers, 3 RBIs, and have scored twice. Can he do it 3 for 3 and give him the lead back? Nope. That's going to be a ground ball back to David. He fires over to first, but the sacrifice fly ties this game up. It's 4 apiece as we go to the top of the 7th. And you've got Stewart, Witt, and possibly a pitch hitter for David. Probably, I would say. And Shannon is 1 for 2. He's homered, drove in a run and came around the score. And that's going to be against the righty, a fly ball out the left field. Rusty camps under it, makes the catch. There's 1 down. That's been the first time in a while that Darvish has gotten the leadoff front batter out. Ernie's up now. He's 0 for 2, flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be another fly ball. This one out to Mickey. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. And that is going to be it for the Boomer. Let's see, he's going to come off the bench here. As the Boomer goes 6 innings, gives up 5 hits and 4 runs. And the only lefty they got on the bench is coming off the bench. Carlos Delgado is coming off the bench here, trying with 1 swing of the bat to give the Jays the lead back. And Carlos is batting 143 with no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball. I hope that's going to be a swing and a miss. Darvish strikes him out. Nice job by Darvish to end the inning. And we go to the 7th inning stretch in a 4-4 ball game. Got a switch hitter and then 2 righties due up. Who are they going to bring out of the pen here? In a tie ball game. That is the question. They bring out the Terminator, or do they bring out Robert? I think they're going to bring out the Terminator. Tom Hinkey's going to come out of the bullpen, try to keep this game tied up. And this is Tom's 5th appearance. No record with a 7.7 ERA. He's got Tex, Rodriguez, and Bell due up. And Tex is 0 for 2, grounded out twice. And that's going to be a rare play. 15 and a 41. That's going to be out in front of the plate. Ernie Witt's back there. 32 and an 8 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And a Baltimore chop. And Tex runs into the ball. And he's out of there. It won't let you do that, huh? So we'll just make him throw it down to first. Won't let him tag him. Give him the put out. We're not going to fool around with something like that. So now you got one down and Pudge Rodriguez up. And Pudge is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Uh-oh, and Rodriguez gets a hold of this one. How far is this one going to travel? And that ball is high. That ball is far. How far is it going to go? Kiss it goodbye. Pudge Rodriguez has just given the Rangers a 5-4 lead here with his second homer of the year. Terminator gets terminated here. Gives up the hit and the run. And now Buddy Bell's up with nobody on. One down. Buddy's 0 for 2, grounded out twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Alomar. He's up with it, fires over to first. And there's 2 down. That brings up Rusty Greer now. And Rusty, he's 0 for 2. He is grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a rare play, a 40 and a 31. That's going to be a ball. So now Rusty with a 1-0 pitch. Can he deliver here with it? And he's going to walk. So Rusty trots on down to first. And I think that's going to be it for Darvish. I was going to let him pitch the 8th, but we're going to pitch hit for him. So Darvish is going to come out of the game. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. They got some lefties on the bench, that's for sure. Hamilton, Palmero. And it's going to be Josh Hamilton's going to come off the bench. See if Josh can add to this 1-run lead here and give them some insurance. With a runner on first and 2 down, Josh is batting .273 with 1 homer and 3 RBIs. And that's not what he wanted. That's going to be a ground ball down to Alomar. He'll go to short way over to second. That'll end the inning, folks. But the homer by Rodriguez gives the Rangers a 1-run lead as we go to the top of the 8th. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen for them. And the Moose might come out and try to give him an inning here. Yeah, that's who it's going to be. Klein's going to come out and try to get through this 8th inning. Do some setup work here. So the Moose comes out of the bullpen. This is his 3rd appearance. He's 0-1 with a lofty 15.43 ERA. He's got the top of the order to deal with: Alomar, Fernandez, and Olerud. And Alomar is 1 for 2. He has walked, reached on an error, singled, and came around to score his last time. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mickey. He waits for it, makes the catch, and there's 1 down. And Tony steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. He struck out his last time up. And not this time. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. Now the tying runs down at first. The go-ahead runs at the plate, and John Olerud. And John, he is 2 for 3. He has doubled, driven in a run, came around to score. He singled his last time up and drove that run in. That's going to be against the righty. It'll be a 13. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Can they get another double play ball here, folks? A 54 and a 6. And that's going to be fielding column 1. And that's going to be around the horn. 5-4-3 double play. And the Rangers get another one. The doctor is on call tonight in Texas. And that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 5-4 with the top of the order coming up. Rivers, Francone, and Young. Nice defense here by the Rangers. And Mickey's having a nice game. He's 2 for 3 today, batting .395 on the year. He singled and stole a base and came around to score his last time up. And he gets a hold of this one. Mickey Rivers is loving hitting against these Blue Jays. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Mickey's down at first with nobody out. And Mr. Francone singled, grounded out the last time up. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Tom strikes him out for out number 1. And Michael Young comes to the plate. And Michael's 1 for 2. He had a sacrifice flies last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Stewart. Now there's 2 down. And Gonzalez is up. Can Gonzalez hit his 3rd homer of the day, folks? He's 2 for 3. Like I say, with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Juan. And nope, that's a deep fly ball. Jesse back near the track makes the catch. Mickey with that leadoff single goes nowhere. If we go to the top of the 9th, it's 5-4. And let's see here. I think it's time for John Wetland to come out of the bullpen, or is it going to be Francisco Cordero? And they're going with Cordero. So Cordero is going to come out of the bullpen and try to lock this game down. Klein gets them through that 8th inning. Can Francisco do the job here? This is Francisco's 3rd appearance. He has a save with no ERA, and he's got the big boys to deal with. Guerrero, Barfield, and Vernon Wells. Are they going to let Guerrero? I think they are going to let Guerrero hit. Let's see here. Yeah, they're going to let Guerrero hit. So Guerrero's going to hit for himself. Here's the pitch. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. That ball is high. How far is this one going to travel against the righty? And that is off the wall. Just missed a homer to tie this game up. Now that's a leadoff double in the right field. Sure. And Francisco Cordero with that H did his job there, Ken. That H took that homer away. Now you got a runner down at second. Nobody out, and Jesse Barfield's up. He's 1 for 2. He had a 2 RBI double his last time up. Yeah, it's turned into a great ball game, ain't it? Now Jesse with the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. 41 and a 2. That's probably going to be fielding column 2. And it is. And that's going to be a first on air runner, the 3rd. So now you got an E9. Runner gets down the 3rd. That's going to force him to bring the infield in. And the 9th inning's coming apart here. Vernon Wells is 1 for 3. He is a single and struck out his last time up, infield in, trying to cut that run off. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And Mickey makes the catch. Let's see if it's deep enough to score. Guerrero. This team does not have very good speed. 36. Of course, Mick doesn't have a very good arm. And they're going to hold him there. So that's a fly ball. And we should be probably thinking about, I hate to take his bat out of the lineup. I was supposed to go to center field, not to right field. Hate to take his bat out of the lineup. That's the worst part. Oh, you ordered 08, 60, 70, and 80. Cool, Clinton. Yeah, that is cool. That was Fall Classic that he ordered. So that's a fly ball to center field. Now there's one down. Can they get the all-important double play and end this game, folks? Shannon Stewart's 1 for 3, homered back in the second. Infield still in. And that's going to be hit down the second. 34 and a 7. And that's going to be fielding column 2. With first and third. They're going to get the runner out at the plate. Nice job. That'll be a 4-2 put out. Now you got first and second. And 2 down for Ernie Witt. And Ernie's 0 for 3 today. And here's the pitch to Ernie. And that's going to be a base on balls. Not what you wanted here. He walks, the bases loaded. And he's going to come off the bench for Tom Henke. Bases loaded. 2 down. And do they now get rid of Francisco? Let's see who they're going to bring out here. They got no lefties on the bench. And it's going to be, Batista's going to come off the bench. And I think that's going to, after the walk, they're bringing in Wetland. John Wetland's going to come in here and try to close this game out. As Francisco Cordero can't get the job done. So Wetland will come out and pitch to Batiste. Can John get this final out? So first we'll do the pitch hitter. Bring out Batiste. Where is he at? There's Jose. Comes out. And John Wetland will come in. Where's John at? Base is full of Blue Jays. What happened? What happened there? Wetland's coming in here to pitch to Batiste. Wetland, this is his 5th appearance. He has 3 saves. He has a 3 ERA. And Jose Bautista's batting .308. He has 1 homer and 1 RBI. Like I say, base is full of Blue Jays. Barfield down at third. Stewart at second. Witt at first. And Jose at the plate. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Wetland gets the job done. The Blue Jays strand the bases loaded. And that's your ball game, folks. Nice game. Give the Jays credit. They fought like hell. Couldn't get a run across the board. Here in the 9th. Left 3 men on base. Take a look here at the box score. Nice game. What's this? Ranger turn. 4 double plays, folks. I knew they turned a bunch. Yeah, the doctor was in the house in Texas tonight. Sure. 4 double plays. What would have been if that wasn't the case? The Rangers, 5 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. The Blue Jays, 4 runs, out hit them, 9 hits, but couldn't outscore the Rangers and no errors. John Olderud was the only Jay with 2 hits, but everybody but Ernie Witt had a hit. Ernie did get on base with a walk, so everybody got on base, but Ernie Witt, including the Boomer himself, the Boomer, old David Wells, also had a hit. But Ernie was the only one without a hit. They were only 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Only left 5 men on base. Mickey Rivers, like I said, had a hell of a game. And of course, Gonzalez. He did it all, folks. He had 2 hits, both of them homers, and 3 RBIs. Pudge Rodriguez with a big homer. And look at the Rangers, only 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. Only left 2 men on base. David Wells goes 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, struck out 2, and gave up 2 homers. Tom comes in, drops to 0-1, gets his first loss. 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 1, and gave up the homer to Pudge Rodriguez. Darvish gets the win, folks. He's 1-0, 7 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 6, gave up a homer. Klein comes in, 1 inning, 1 hit. Francisco Cordero comes in, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit and 1 walk, and that error, don't forget. Wetland comes in, pitches 1/3 of an inning, and struck him out and gets his 4th save of the year. Yeah, Rangers gotta, if they can get some pitching, their pitching staff's not that great. Their bullpen is, but their starting pitching's not that great. If they can get some starting pitching, they're going to be a hard team. Yep. I'm surprised they're getting as good a pitching they are, because Darvish is a 14. Nolan Ryan's a 13. And Bobby Witt, he's a 14. And then you got the 2 aces. You got Bozeman's a 17 and Matlock's a 16. So 3 out of their 5 starters are below a 15, which is surprising in this league when you got 3 Bs starting. Of course, right now they're going up against teams similar. Toronto's pitching staff's not that. Oh, you're welcome, Clinton, buddy. I mean, David was a 10 in this game. 10. Holiday's a 14. And Doyle Alexander's a 13. They got David's a 15 barely, and Key's a 15. So Toronto's pitching staff's not that great either. Not that great. Again, their bullpen's great. They got a damn good bullpen, but their starters aren't that great. Take a look here at the standings and leaderboard after this game. And with the loss, the Blue Jays dropped to 5 games behind the Yankees. Orioles and Red Sox 5.5, and the Devil Rays are 7 games back. And in the Central, you got the Kansas City Royals half a game up on the Tigers, Indians a game and a half, the Twins 2 games, and the White Sox 2.5. And with the win, the Rangers are now back to 2 games up on the Angels, 3 games up on the Mariners, and the A's are 4 games back. And Joe Myers leading the league with a 452 average. And you got 4 players with 5 homers. Roger Maris with 13 RBIs. And David Price right now is leading the league with a 0 ERA. 10 plus pitchers were 4 wins. And now you got Wetland and JJ both with 4 saves on the year. And the MVP leader right now is Derek Jeter. And old Whitey, the chairman of the board, Ford's leading in the Cy Young. And our next game will be the final game of this 3-game series. Let's see what the pitching looks like in game number 3. Will be the rubber match of this game, of this series. And it's going to be David Steeb going up against Bobby Witt of Vantage Toronto in this. We'll see how it works out. I want to thank Clinton Parks, Ken Castro, Corey Highfield, and Aaron Reed for stopping by here today. If you're new to the channel, folks, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell, smash that like button. It helps the channel, and none of it costs you a dime. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.